Today, we're breaking down 5 concepts in Claude that even if you've never heard of Claude before, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how this AI could literally become your new employee. Let's go. All right. So very simply put, the first concept that I want to clarify, let's just get right to it. It's the difference in between Claude AI and Claude Desktop. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at my screen right here. And we have Claude AI. So if you were used to ChatGPT and you go to those type of things, you go to the website, and this is the AI employee that you can just talk to it back and forth, right? So this is just the agent that you can talk to, right? Now this is Claude AI again. If I minimize this real quick and I actually go into Claude Desktop, which is the one that we installed in the previous video, I'm going to link it up so that way you can make sure you watch that part 1 where we install Claude Desktop from scratch. The main difference is that if Claude AI is your technically employee agent that you can talk to back and forth, with Claude Desktop, now you can actually give a desk to that employee so it can have a place where it actually works. And that's very important right here. Okay, so that is concept number 1. Okay, now for concept number 2, we're gonna move into CoWork. Okay, and that's the real desk. Okay, so once you install Claude Desktop, you're gonna have these 3 options right here on the top. I want you to go ahead and click CoWork. And most likely, if this is the first time you're doing it, it's going to ask you to enable something. So you can just go ahead and click enable. That's going to enable the PowerShell. So it's going to give it access to be able to run commands on your computer. Go ahead and enable it. It's going to restart for you, and you're going to be able to get right here right away. And this is amazing. Okay, this is how your screen is going to look like. Let's knock something off your list. And this is what Claude CoWork it's like. Okay, now again, this is like the desk for your actual AI agent, right? And for concept 3, now we're gonna move into projects. Okay, because it is important to understand that now that you have your AI agent and you have access to it, and now you have given him a desk, Claude CoWork, now you want to go ahead and give him projects so he can start working on things, right? So the first thing that you want to do here is pretty much, you can tell work on a project. So you can actually choose a folder, or you can create a new folder. We're going to go ahead and use a folder that I literally just created right now. It's called CRM. That's the name of the project itself. And I went ahead and created the folder as soon as that was generated. Allow Claude to change files. Yes, you want your AI agent within its desk to be able to change files. So let's go ahead and always allow that. Okay, so go ahead and click that up. It puts that together. To make sure that you're actually in the project, on the left side here, I'm going to go ahead and click on projects, and I'm going to just make sure that I choose it. And now we have this view. We have this view where we have a chat interface, and on the right side, we have a couple of other things, which comes to the next concepts. Okay, so now concept number 4 is going to be instructions. Okay, so these are the instruction section. This instruction section is super important for you to be able to understand what it's going to do. This is where you really set up your AI agent to really work for you in the way that you want to. Okay, and I'm going to do something over here for you. I have a few projects set up, so I'm going to go into some of the projects that I have here, and I'm going to go ahead and click in one of the instructions that I have. I'm going to go and copy all of this right here. This is a long prompt. This is a prompt that it's the instructions for the project that I have set up over here. Okay, so again, I'm going to go into CoWork. This is a brand new project that I have set up. It's called CRM. I gave it access to the folder. And for the instruction session, again, this is what you're gonna tell it as far as what is it that you want it to, how is it that you want it to work. Okay, this project has now these instructions. If you want these instructions yourself, go ahead and comment below that you want the instructions, and I'll be able to share a Google Drive Word doc with you real quick to make sure that you also get this. As part of my instructions, just very simply put, you have to understand that I want my project specifically to avoid using pseudocode. I wanted to understand that Me, the human itself, you know, for my agent is you, so that's right. So that's, I'm specifying here who's Claude. I'm specifying here who's the orchestrator. I'm specifying here who's the architect. I'm also specifying there's going to be a machine learning engineer. I'm specifying there's going to be a data pipeline engineer and an ask mode as well. And with these instructions, you're able to really set up a good foundation pretty much for any project. Remember that these things I'm telling you right now is for you not only to be able to build a project like I've done myself, created at $30,000 in revenue already from a CRM that I was able to sell to an attorney, but to literally be able to build absolutely anything that you can think of, from dashboards, from different type of solutions and different type of automations that save people time. Because when you save business owners time, whether it's their own time or their staff, they're saving money. And that's definitely what you want to do, okay? So again, that was concept number 4 for instructions. Now let's go ahead and move to concept number 5. Again, this is definitely super simple. If you've never heard of Claude, this is definitely the things that you want to keep in mind. So for concept number 5, let's talk about a schedule task and let's talk about context windows, okay? So for this specifically, we can definitely now set up some type of task that we will want for the project to have on a daily basis, and we can definitely name these type of tasks. So let's say, for example, you want it to check files within a certain amount of time, check and review, and then we put that right there. We actually put the prompt. Is this gonna be manual? Is gonna be hourly? Is gonna be daily? Is gonna be weekdays? You know, so one of the things that you can definitely do right here is summarize, okay? So on a daily basis, as you're building the project, you can set up a task, a schedule, so that way it can summarize the project and what's been going on a daily basis. So that way you can have a fresh new prompt that you can use to make sure that you start a new conversation within the same project. And that will be your daily prompt to kind of keep things going. There's definitely different ways that you can use the schedule task. If you don't know exactly how you want to use schedule task, it's the best thing you can do is once you set up a project, just have a conversation with your AI agent. At this point right here, you have the chat interface. You can ask, hey, this project is about this specific thing. What are some of the scheduled tasks that we need to set up to make sure that we are constantly productive? Okay, that's definitely number 1 when it comes to concept number 5. And then within the same concept number 5, we're talking about context and memory. Okay, so these are things that happen throughout your conversation as you're using Claude AI here within its desk in Claude CoWork specifically. You're gonna be able to let it know that, hey, I want you to add this to your memory. That way, when you're having another conversation within the same interface, within another chat of the same project, that's also going to be part of its memory. Context specifically is definitely what you can also add as files. So it takes into consideration what's inside the directory. And this is the most amazing thing, because this is one of the biggest problems with AI. It doesn't truly remember everything that you're talking about and everything that you tell it. Okay, it remembers sort of what you just told it that day within a few hours or within a few amount of tokens, really, as it's called. Okay, so very simply put, the best thing that you can do when it comes to context and memory, it's being able to make sure that you have the files that give the project a good amount of context. And if you just want something to be part of the memory, you just let it know, hey, I want you to remember this, please add it to your memory. I'm telling you right now, with these 5 concepts, you'll be able to understand you now understand the foundation, and you can literally build anything that you can think of from here, specifically within Claude CoWork. Okay, we are going to definitely continue to share, and we're gonna be able to do a part 3 of these videos. This is part 2. This is fundamentals. This is for you to really understand. I know there's a lot of people that don't know exactly everything that's going on, but this is definitely for you as a Claude beginner. You're going to be able to get this and build projects for you. This is how I was able to put together a CRM that was able to sell for $30,000, guys. So pay attention. get these fundamentals right, and watch the next video where we're going to show you more. So let's take action.